Well, hello there. If you've clicked this episode of the Earful Tower and you're listening to it, you want to know how to make the most of your evenings in Paris. And for that, you're going to need a virtual chaperone. Well, let me introduce myself. My name is Oliver G, and that's exactly who I'm going to be for you for the next 30 minutes. At my side...
Hi, I'm Lena Norden G, and I'll co-chaperone you.
So, as I said, you want to know what to do on your evenings in Paris. We're not talking about dates necessarily. This can be anything by yourself.
Well, a date could be anything, really, couldn't it? Doesn't have to be a romantic date. It could be a friend date. It could be a date with your daughter, son,
Exactly.
you know.
How do you spend an evening out in Paris? Let us help you. So that's what this episode is about. Let's start with some music. Now, first, I think there's probably people who are new to this show thinking, who are these guys to be giving me information about evenings out
I
in
can
Paris?
Google.
Let's do it. Well, firstly, can you Google? Because there are, I think, 5,000 restaurants in Paris.
And short answer, of course you can Google. Anyone can Google, but this is not about that. This is a hand-picked guide put together by two people who's had 10 years of experience.
And more importantly, 10 weeks of experience.
10 weeks, exactly.
So let's get into this. Who are we? We've been running this. We've been living in Paris for over 10 years. The first 6 years, we went out an awful lot. I can't quite put my finger on what it is, but something changed about 6 years in and then about 8 years in that meant that we rarely go out anymore at night.
Yeah, what could that be? 2
children.
Yeah.
But we made this concerted effort over the past 10 weeks to go out every Wednesday night. We competitively saw Paris by the evening.
And by competitive, you mean we sort of competed against each other
Literally.
to try to
make the best night,
create the best evening out.
So what this episode is going to be about is that exactly what this 10-week series that we did. It's going to be sharing some of the tips, and then it's going to be sort of talking about how to cut through. Like Lena said, of course you can Google.
Yeah.
But
also boring.
I
feel like some of the best things are not Googleable. You know, there are a lot of places and things that are trending, and it's like, for example, random example, like everyone wants to have the hot chocolate at Angelina or Carrette, and in my opinion, I wouldn't do that.
That's a good point, because there's a lot of people. Here's the difference with what we're doing. When you Google where to go for dinner in Paris and you read some tip, who is that person giving you the tip?
Exactly.
Who is that guy or girl?
Exactly.
And you're just like, oh, they said it.
Yeah.
We're going to try and, hopefully you guys know us already, but we'll tell you what we think.
And often, a lot of people just copy each other as well when they give tips. So that's another thing. We try to break free from that sort of, beaten path, I guess.
I call it the old intern in New York.
Yeah,
who writes what to do in Paris stories based on everything else. Let's talk first about this season that we've done. Okay, so we sort of maybe mentioned on the show a little bit, but just in case you haven't heard talk about it, about 3 months ago we launched this concept called Why Not Wednesday.
Quite a bizarre name, I guess. But
I think I made that name up because it started
years and years ago.
Yeah, when we used to live in Montmartre, and when we moved to Montmartre, we realized there's so much up on that hill that we hadn't done.
Yeah.
And every Wednesday we just made it a rule that one of us would pick something to do that we hadn't done before.
Exactly. The only rule is that we have not done it before, and the idea is like, why not go here?
Exactly. So that was exactly what it was. It was like it could be a cabaret, or it could be
just a corner bar that we always passed and never went into. Yeah, why not?
Why not? And it sort of ended up being a really fun way of doing dates. And then now that the children are old enough that we can get a babysitter in for an evening, we did it again for the past 10 weeks.
And we called it Why Not Wednesdays.
We did it every Wednesday. The babysitter was on hand. What's it called? It's like, when you have a lawyer that works for your family. Whatever. Well, we obviously don't know because we don't have one. But she was there for every Wednesday. Yeah. Now, what we did is we put out these episodes about what we discovered, and we shared them with members on Patreon and Substack. So here's my first shout out. Once again, we don't have these long and boring ads in this show. Instead, I do the ads about the stuff that we provide and membership. If you were to become a member today, you unlock those 10 episodes that we did, which are entertaining sort of explorations of these nights out that we did. And each night was one of us surprised the other one with it. And
something that we haven't done before. So obviously we're not going to hit on the big classics. Like you wouldn't go to the Louvre, for example, because obviously we've been there. But still make it relevant and not like too obscure, of course. It still needs to be great.
And they weren't all hits either, which was part of it. Trying out things that we had heard about or that we were taking a gamble on, and sometimes they flopped like a soggy souffle.
We tried, so you don't have to.
Yep. Anyway, and it was quite fun. The membership community was quite into it, I'd say, and we even took some people's tips and recommendations and went and explored all that kind of stuff.
It's a great community.
Now, what we've done is, so firstly, if you enjoy this show, I highly encourage you to become a member, even just become a member for a month. Go listen to the 10 episodes and check out again. I mean, I don't recommend it, but you can.
But it's possible.
But we learned a lot from it. So here, what we're going to do is we're going to share some tips for how you can do a good evening out in Paris, and then we're going to get more tangible with it. So I think, like I said, 5,000 restaurants, thousands, maybe it's 3,000. There's thousands of restaurants and bars. And just picking a highly rated one or even a high-ish rated one might not necessarily cut it. Certainly not the reputation as well. And a good way, we can relate to you, listeners, in a different way than usual because of having children and because of having to get a babysitter in. Babysitters are expensive too. Our time is really precious now too. When we're in Montmartre, we could have done this every single night. It wouldn't matter. So my first tip is spread yourself out a little bit.
What do you mean by that?
What I mean is, I've said this before, is like have dessert elsewhere.
Break up the evening.
Yeah.
Yeah. Don't invest too much in one spot.
Don't go and have a starter, main, and dessert and a drink at the same restaurant. Unless it's like something, unless you're having the best night of your life.
Unless it's an experience, like, I don't know, Tour d'Argent or something.
Oh, for sure, yeah. But if it's a regular night or even a regular to like good night, why? Like we've had nights where we go out for dessert someplace,
starter, main, dessert,
and then a cocktail.
Yeah,
elsewhere.
exactly. It's
all
busy.
Within 3 hours, you can hit 4 places.
Yeah,
you got that. I mean, if you're only here for 4 or 5 nights, don't be afraid to do it. And people going for a dessert in a Paris restaurant, that's almost normal, I'd say.
Yeah,
people do it.
Yeah, it's not a weird thing.
Yeah. So yeah, spread yourself out a little bit. Now, if you're going to do that,
I love that tip.
This goes with, I forgot that we'd said that. I met someone on a walking tour, Laurie, recently, and she's like...
Hi, Laurie.
Yeah, she goes, well, as you say, have dessert elsewhere. I was like, did I say that?
I'm a genius?
But it's true. It's important, even. And then it goes hand in hand with, think about, like, basing yourself in one area. Paris is small, but you don't want to have dinner at, dinner in the 12th arrondissement.
Sure, and then travel 30 minutes. No, of course. The whole idea is like, I think that really like capsules the Paris essence. It's like you just flutter somewhere and you just walk around and you see what you get inspired by.
That's true.
Yeah.
We did that a little bit. I mean, often, so we were doing them as date nights, right? I mean, that was the idea. And I truly think you can have fun anywhere at a bad restaurant, even.
Of course, it's all about the company, really.
True.
But a good ambiance and a good setting helps for sure.
Yeah, it feels like a movie or something to just whirlwind into an open bar and get a drink or a coffee or something like that. It could be the best night of your whole life.
Definitely, and I'm all for it. But sometimes it can also help to know a little bit. Especially if your time is precious.
Yep. You had one of your tips was theme.
Yeah, I like that. I actually like to have a theme. If nothing else, sort of think outside the box a little bit. Maybe do things that you never would have considered otherwise. I don't know, it could be a sporty theme, and you go to a pool bar or something, and then you go to, you just do things that it's a little bit outside the comfort zone, and you could have the best time possibly.
It feels like sporty theme.
No,
I was thinking. I also had this idea of doing a medieval themed evening. So we didn't do any of these
anything
that we talked about.
No, and also the theme could be quite obscure. You can sort of, you can have fun with it.
Well, that's what really worked for us in terms of surprising the other person.
Yeah.
Like a sort of link between everything.
Yeah, exactly.
I want to talk about what we've done with the information that we got. Because, like I said, very tangibly, we had lots of hits and a few misses on this season, and we've spent the past couple weeks putting it into a guide.
Yes,
it's
looking good.
Kind of like my Paris guide, a PDF guide to Paris, except this time you designed it.
That's why I said it's looking good.
Yeah. So let's talk to people through it. Why is it looking good? First, what is it?
What is it?
Yeah.
Well, it's as you said, it's a PDF guide, and it's a collection of our top hits, I suppose, from this season that we've done.
Literally 6, I think, itineraries where we spelled it out for you.
Exactly.
Not based, based on what we did, but
also sometimes improved. If there's something that we didn't like,
every time improved.
Yeah.
There's only one I think that I kept exactly how we did it.
But yeah, if we didn't like something, like if we didn't like the restaurant, we would add, or we would change it for something that we thought was a much better fit. So this is kind of an ideal guide.
So we've put together literally 6 different itineraries of we'll go through one of them, I think, so people get a good idea of it.
6 different itineraries plus our top bars, our top restaurants, and top shows.
Like the cabarets and stuff like that. And then I'll just read through the titles. One of them is Classic Paris, featuring sort of iconic places, bistros and so on. And I don't mean bistros, I mean the one that we think you should go to. The one, Bohemian Paris on Wheels. For people who haven't listened to this series, one of the evenings out that we had that I really recommend is we rented a deux chevaux.
One of those old classic Citroën cars.
Yeah.
Are they Citroën? Yeah.
Yep. And we literally took it around Montmartre, making stops at places that were quite... it was sort of all based on that Charles Aznavour song, La Bohème.
But also meaningful to us.
Yeah. But still, I stand by that working for anybody, that evening that we
certainly.
did. But then there's another one. We did one that's very much a tourist's Paris, but not lame tourist. No offense to the lame tourist place. Like, cool place where we'd go. Paris like a local, so obviously we're in the sort of trendy 11th for that one. For a special occasion. It's one of my favorite ones. So to just give a little glimpse into the special occasion one, on the night that we did that, we went to the Madeleine Church for classical music, and we dressed up nicely for it, which was such a wonderful experience.
I know.
And then we kept to our rules. We stayed nearby and went to fancy places, which we recommended as well. Do you know what question I get a lot? Is the Bar Hemingway worth it at the Ritz?
Oh, really?
I get that all the time.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, interesting.
Do you know what I say?
What do you say?
Get the guide.
Okay, tease.
And then this one here, Dinner and a Movie, is a really nice one to talk through, because I really enjoyed this one.
Me
and
too.
It's a classic date night.
And it's one of the last ones in the series.
Do we even say the restaurant that we went to, or do we keep that teasy?
Ooh, I don't know. Let's see how it goes.
Okay, so to walk you through one of the itineraries, for example, this was one of your nights out.
It was.
Let me see this itinerary. Did we keep it exactly? We did. We kept it in the guide exactly as you...
So that must mean it was a almost perfect night.
You know, when I said at the start we did these competitively, we ranked them at the end.
Yeah. But then we actually realized we don't... Like, why compete against each other? Surely we should sort of help each other instead. But whatever. It was a fun little aspect of it.
So this one was one of those themed ones. We went to a movie at the Rex.
Yeah, the Grand Rex.
Which we'd never been to, unbelievably. I can't believe I've never been to
10
Rex.
years in Paris, and this iconic, absolute landmark institute has evaded us. I don't know how.
I don't know how either.
I've been wanting to go here for the longest time, and then I was like, well, obviously we need to do dinner and a movie. Like, that's the most classic date ever.
I just thought it was a regular cinema. I didn't know that the cinemas were cool.
But this is like a palace, an Art Deco palace. It's incredible, really.
And then, so we went. So you picked a. Go on then. Where did we go for dinner that night?
In the nearby, in the is it the second arrondissement? In the second arrondissement, there are a lot of these like covered passages, and one of the covered passages, the Passage
the Panorama.
That's right.
1799.
Right. Very good. I mean, just the passage itself is, you could spend the whole evening there, I'm sure. Just hop.
I agree.
Yeah.
You know what? And that's why this guide is really helpful to you. Because, like, I've been recently to some other big cities, like New York, for example. And because we live in Paris, we talk about this stuff all the time. You just think everyone knows. Go and check out the Passage du Panorama. It's open at night. It looks awesome. People do not know that.
No. I know, of course not.
Or maybe they go in the day and they don't realize it turns
it's not
into a
one of the
whole
big landmarks. It's
It's like Diagon Alley.
Yeah, it is
on steroids.
No, it's really wonderful. So, anyways, I've heard about this one restaurant in there. It's called Racine, and it's an Italian. It's a tiny, tiny, tiny little place. It's an Italian place, and it's wonderful. I've heard about it for years, and. It's kind of like branded as the ones in the know go there, like other chefs recommend it and that sort of thing. So I decided to book in advance because they fill up.
And it was right in the middle of one of in this passage, this covered passage. And when we walked in and sat down, I was like, "Yep, this is perfect. This is
ticks all the boxes,
just visually."
Yeah.
What an ambience.
I mean, it's nothing luxury. It's not like that. It's just like a small bistro. It feels family run, the staff really care for you, look after you. It's great quality. The ingredients feel really fresh. Great, kind of small wine list, which I also really like. No, it was, I can't fault it.
Can't fault it either. And we sat right in the window watching everything happen outside, which I loved as well. And then from there, so this is one itinerary that we'd spell out.
Yeah, so we started there, took you for dinner.
I won't give away the place where we went for a drink, but we went to a cool bar for a drink nearby.
Yeah.
And by chance, the guy, because we were in a bit of a rush for the movie, and by chance the guy's like, what do you want for a cocktail? And I was like, we're in a rush, whatever.
Yeah.
I don't even care.
Surprise us.
And he made one that had a popcorn taste to it.
Yeah.
Talk about on theme.
I know, it was great. And by that time, at that point, you didn't know. It was all a surprise, so you didn't know that we were going to go to the cinema afterwards. And I was like, oh my God.
You know what? I think I said it in the members episode, but that cinema, if you look ahead, they do, because they've got one hall, room, whatever, theatre that has, I think, space for 2,000 or 3,000 people, and
Massive.
they have events like Grease, the movie, where you dress up and you sing along.
Yeah, exactly. They do all sorts of events.
Imagine that for a night out, doing something like that.
Yeah, how fun.
Yeah, and concerts and everyone has been there. And then from cocktail to a cinema night out. Now, what worked about that one, from a sort of planning perspective, is everything was within
like 5 minutes walk in between, so it's very, very local. Very great. Yeah,
and that was a classic date night out.
It was.
Okay, so you can imagine that's a little tiny glimpse, but with all the info and extra options and stuff for a night out. So that's kind of the idea. Paris in the evenings is overwhelming.
Yeah.
No doubt about it.
Like you said, over 5,000 restaurants, for example. Like, where do you go from there?
I would panic.
Yeah. And you can't just go to the number one because...
I'll forget it.
I mean, you can, but it's not... Also, you can't really trust those things, like the TripAdvisor top things to do, because
Except
sometimes they're really obscure.
When they're recommending walking tours, they usually got their finger on the pulse.
Go on.
You know the Earful Tower tours?
Go on, do the plug.
They're in the top 20 out of 2,500 activities in Paris.
I have to say, that's fantastic.
I think 19th
for
last time I checked.
For a new company, that's...
Not bad. For a podcast, even better.
That's right.
Yeah. earfultower.com/tours. Now, these guides that we've done, this guide, I want to talk about the guide and that season of shows, because firstly, this why did we make a guide? Why did we make a PDF guide? To go out 10 weeks in a row with a babysitter that's €20 an hour is expensive. We just can't justify it.
Yeah.
It's really fun for us to go and do it.
It's a bit of a luxury.
There's a reason couples don't go out for a date night every Wednesday all their life.
Well, especially not to, this level. Not just like local pizzeria kind of thing.
I mean, honestly, a lot of the ones that we did were like sort of what you do on your anniversary or something like that.
Definitely.
So super fun to do, but we're doing it as work. And meaning we're sharing it with you, hopefully saving you time, money, saving you from making bad decisions and so on. So we thought of, this is going above what we've been doing typically for the members. So we figured we needed to add something to sell to everybody. So that's what this guide is a way of us trying to recoup some of these babysitting hours. No, but also actually what we did, because babysitting adds up. It's an unexpected extra. And during the season, someone messaged Lisa, and she says, I want to pay for a babysitting hour.
So sweet.
And so there's a website on the internet where you can pay like creators to have a coffee or something.
Yeah.
I'll pay for your coffee. It's called Coffee Me or something like that. And I just created one. Instead of coffee, it's a babysitting hour. And I just put it out there for the members. I was like, if you want,
If
and
you
people started going, stay for an extra cocktail. Check this place out.
Yeah.
And the babysitter was thrilled.
Yeah,
I'll tell you that.
Yeah, that was
really
great.
worked.
Let's keep the work rolling.
Speaking of keeping on rolling, are we going to keep doing these episodes?
I mean, we haven't really said if we would or not, but I really like it.
I think with a twist.
I think so too.
I think we'll keep doing them for members in a different sort of capacity without surprising each other necessarily, without competing with each other, and not solely focusing on dates, with a few other twists, I think.
Yeah. I mean, why not branch out a little bit? These tips in the evenings out, it can absolutely work for friends and, family members that go out together, but it's also, for a couple. But I think it could be cool to try different takes, like Paris with kids,
For
Paris with your grandma.
And that leads us
Paris.
to these guides. The idea is, well, we'll see what how this goes. I'm going to link to this guide below. I'm almost certainly going to price it at €14.99. $14.99. And we'll see how it goes. If it works, I'm going to do more guides.
You
we'll
know
do
what
guides
I
like
think
this.
would be a really nice thing? Is to get other people involved.
Yes, me too. Hey, you started talking about why it looks better.
Why it looks better? The guide?
Yeah.
Because I made it.
Yeah, what's so special about it?
Oh.
Yeah, I like the,
Well, it's neat. It's easy to read. It's classic. It's got a fun little, tongue-in-cheek sort of design element to it.
Can I just brag for you instead?
Okay.
I think there are a lot of people who are making guides about Paris, and they do it with AI. Listen, I know people do it with AI.
Yeah.
Not just the design of it,
But
the whole thing.
Books.
I can see it. I'm not going to name names, but it's clear to me. I wouldn't do that
It
to you guys. But also,
did not
when
happen here.
No, that's what I was going to say. When people make these guides, I think they just put it all into whatever, a template. Whereas you've essentially created a template and put little touches and little images and sort of handwritten things and wine stains here and pictures and so on.
Yeah,
It's really lovely.
And it's all our pictures too.
So what we're going to do, €14.99 on sale. I'm going to give it to everyone who put in a babysitting tip. I'm going to give it to everybody on Patreon or Substack who left a comment. And then everybody else, it's every man and woman for themselves. I think that's a nice idea.
Yeah, it sounds fair enough.
Also, I like the idea of these episodes going public a year in the future or something.
Yeah, I like that
Because
too.
I really like them. They're really nice episodes.
So, is the guide available for sale now, as of today?
Yeah, it'll be linked below. I'm going to link to it everywhere for a while, and we'll see what comes of it. I'm really curious. I don't know. We're trying something a little bit different here. I think I can say with almost certainty that this is just going to go back into this idea. You sell 10 guides, there's a dinner for next season and so on. So I've said this before on the show. I mean, if you like this show, if you value two people who you know going and sharing their opinion and their tips, and if you trust it and if it changes your trip, then buy the guide.
Definitely.
Get the guide, get your
Why
teeth
not?
into it, and why not Wednesday? And let us know what you think. So, yeah.
So there you have it.
There you have it. In other news, Hugh Jackman was in the Peloton Cafe.
I
See
love
that?
it. Yeah.
What was that all about?
I know. What a man with taste, for sure.
I was just flicking through social media. I don't even think I follow Hugh Jackman.
No, but how cool.
And then I just saw a picture of him
He just took a
sitting
bike tour.
in the Peloton.
Yes.
Where I go every single week for the past 10 years.
Do you think he saw our books?
Yeah, I wondered about that.
Oh, I hope he did. He's in one of the books.
Tell the
technically.
people.
Well, you know, Les Miserables. So he plays... What's his character name? Oh my gosh.
It's either Javert or
Jean Valjean. Well, anyways, those two, Javert and Jean Valjean, they're chatting to each other in the background of Grace the Giraffe.
I think it's the page with the Arc de Triomphe in it.
Yeah, it's towards the beginning of the
I think
book.
he's Jean Valjean as well.
Yeah, so he's in it.
Yeah. It's no stretch of the imagination that Hugh Jackman stretched out his hand and flicked through Grace the Giraffe and whoever he's with was like, that looks like you, Hugh.
It could be.
And he said, I'm buying that book. Do you think?
I love this.
I'm going to ask the guys if you bought any of our books.
Yes.
Hey, speaking of our books, by the way, I'll end with this.
Mm-hmm.
We've just been making deliveries everywhere.
Yeah.
They're
Stocking
everywhere.
up.
Everywhere. And the new book we're working on, I hate to say it, but it won't be out in time for Christmas.
Nope, it
We've
will
been
not.
snowed under figuratively and literally.
Yeah. It's been
It's been one of them.
autumn.
It's been one of them autumns.
Yeah, having 2 children in daycare means you get a lot of germs.
Yep.
So that new book is gonna be ready towards the beginning of next year.
That's right.
Mm-hmm.
But anyhow, enjoy your evenings out in Paris. Thanks for listening to us talk about it. This is the Earful Tower. My name's Oliver G.
I'm Lena Norden G.
And I'll be back again next week with more from Paris. Au revoir.